What's up guys, my name's Tom and welcome back to the FPL Centre. I've taken a bit of a break over the last 2 weeks, but back now and it's time for the Gameweek23 fixture breakdown. As always, we'll run through the key upcoming fixtures from an FPL perspective and try to identify who could be in line to benefit from some of the more glaring opposition weaknesses. We'll also take a quick look at my team selection as it stands heading into the weekend. If you like the content I'm doing here on both FPL and the Fantasy Champions League games, make sure to give the video a thumbs up, get yourself subscribed if you're not already, and hit that notification bell as well so you know when the latest video drops. But yeah, let's get straight into it. First up, we'll take a look at Liverpool's home tie against Crystal Palace on Saturday, where the visitors will be without their first and second choice goalkeepers as both Vicente Guaita and Wayne Hennessy have picked up injuries over the last week. It could be a tough time for Roy Hodgson's men then, since over the last 6 game weeks Liverpool have created the second most big chances in the league with 20, as well as recording the most shots in the box over that period with 62, averaging over 10 per game there. Palace on the other hand have created the joint third fewest number of big chances with 7, although the 48 shots in the box they've generated over the last 6 game weeks is the 7th most in the league, indicating that they're getting plenty of shots away but not from particularly clear-cut positions. Defensively, Liverpool continue to rank as one of the best teams in the league, as they've done all season long really. Over the last 6 game weeks, Jurgen Klopp's side have allowed the second fewest big chances to be created against them, with 6, and they've also conceded the third fewest shots from inside their penalty area, with only Man City and Chelsea conceding fewer. Crystal Palace have conceded the joint 6th most big chances over that same period, with 10 being created against them, but they have done a decent job at preventing shots in the box, conceding the 7th fewest in the league in recent weeks. Palace concede the majority of crosses on their left wing, perhaps due to Patrick van Aanholt's attacking style of play, so whoever steps into the right back role for Liverpool could benefit there as the majority of Liverpool's crosses are delivered into the box from that flank. James Milner is likely to be the one to benefit in this game. The majority of chances that Palace concede tend to come on their right wing and in central areas, so perhaps this could be one for Sadio Mane or Roberto Firmino to shine a little brighter, although of course Mohamed Salah also seems to be playing a more central role at times this season, so it would be no surprise to see him enjoy another good game here. My score prediction for this one is Liverpool 2, Crystal Palace 0. Next up is the game taking place at Old Trafford on Saturday between a re-energised Man United side under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and visitors Brighton, who managed to claim all 3 points in the reverse fixture earlier in the season. No team has created more than the 22 big chances Man United have managed over the past 6 game weeks, having embraced a much more attacking style since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer took over from Jose Mourinho. United also ranked second in the league for generating shots in the box over that same stretch of games with 55, and only Liverpool have recorded more. Brighton meanwhile have created the joint third fewest big chances in the league, tied with Crystal Palace on 7 over that period. Chris Hughton's men have also recorded the joint 4th fewest shots in the box, indicating that they have been one of the worst overall attacking units in the league in recent weeks. On the defensive side of things, United have shown some improvement in recent weeks as far as defending big chances, allowing just 8 to be created against them, and that's the joint 4th fewest in the league there. However, they have allowed the joint 2nd most shots in the box to be taken against them, with 55, and only Cardiff have conceded more, indicating that there's still a lot of work to be done in that United defence before they can be considered a solid unit. Brighton have allowed 7 big chances, that's 1 fewer than Man United, and good for a joint 3rd fewest in the league over the last 6 game weeks. They've also done significantly better than United at preventing shots in the box over that period, conceding just 37, which is the 4th fewest in the league. Brighton concede the majority of crosses on their left wing, where Jesse Lingard has tended to line up in recent weeks playing on United's right wing, so an assist could be on the cards for him assuming that he continues to play ahead of Juan Mata and Alexis Sanchez. The majority of chances Brighton concede come on the opposite wing and in central areas, so Anthony Martial could be the most favourable matchup here, with Rashford and Pogba potentially in line to benefit too. My score prediction for this one is Manchester United 2, Brighton 1. Next up is the biggest match of the weekend as Arsenal host London rivals Chelsea at the Emirates in what could be a pivotal game in the race for a top 4 place. Arsenal currently trail Chelsea by 6 points in the table, so a defeat here would see them fall 9 points off the pace, while a win closes the gap to just 3 points. Arsenal come into this one tied with Man United for creating the joint most big chances over the last 6 games, with 22, and their 49 shots from inside the opposition penalty area also ranks well at 6th most in the league over that period. Ahead of Chelsea in both categories then, as Mauricio Sarri's men have created 8 fewer big chances over that same stretch of games, with 14, and they've also recorded 6 fewer shots in the box than Arsenal in recent weeks. So while Arsenal seem to be more of a threat going forward, Chelsea hold the advantage when it comes to defending, as no team has conceded fewer big chances than the Blues over the last 6 game weeks, and no team has allowed fewer shots to be taken from inside their penalty area either, indicating that Chelsea should be considered as the best defensive unit in recent weeks. Arsenal continue to struggle in defence, allowing the joint 4th most big chances to be created against them over the last 6. However, they have been doing quite well at preventing shots in the box, conceding the 5th fewest over that same period. No team has committed more defensive errors leading to a goal though, indicating that Arsenal continue to be their own worst enemy at the back. Arsenal concede the majority of chances on their left wing, where Willian or Pedro would likely be lined up against the very attacking Kolasinac. The fewest chances come in central areas though, so not the best news for Eden Hazard if he continues in the false 9 role we've seen in recent weeks. Chelsea don't concede many chances in any area of the pitch, but the majority of what they do concede comes on both flanks, so depending on how they line up, Arsenal could see Iwobi and Aubameyang as the most likely to benefit, as they seem to pop up more in wider areas, with Lacazette holding a more central position. My score prediction for this one is Arsenal 1, Chelsea 2. Finally, we'll take a quick look at the Sunday lunchtime kickoff between Huddersfield and Man City, with the home side under the temporary care of Mark Hudson after David Wagner left his role by mutual consent earlier this week. City have created 15 big chances over the last 6 game weeks, the 4th most in the league over that period, while also generating 54 shots in the box, the 3rd highest number there with only Man United and Liverpool recording more. Huddersfield, as you might expect, have created the fewest big chances in the league over that same period, with just 4 big chances created over the last 6, and the 40 shots in the box that they've recorded is the joint 6th fewest in the league too. City have allowed 10 big chances to be created against them over the last 6 game weeks, joint 6th fewest in the league, but more than the likes of Burnley and Leicester, and they continue to be one of the best teams at preventing shots in the box from being taken against them, with the 2nd fewest conceded over that period, only Chelsea conceding fewer. Huddersfield have allowed the 2nd most big chances to be created against them, with only Bournemouth allowing more, and the Terriers have also conceded the 8th most shots in the box over that period too. Huddersfield concede the majority of crosses against them from their right wing, so good news for Leroy Sané owners, as he would stand to benefit from a good chance of an assist there. The majority of chances the Terriers concede tend to fall in central areas, so whoever starts out of Sergio Aguero or Gabriel Jesus could well enjoy a big game here, just as Aguero did in the reverse fixture where he bagged a hat-trick for City earlier in the season. My score prediction for this one is Huddersfield 0, Man City 3. So this is the team selection as it stands. I'm at 54k in the overall ranks right now, a drop of around 20k over the past few weeks, but still a strong position to be in at this stage of the season I think, and I have taken a -8 this game week because I had to replace both Kane and Trent Alexander-Arnold after making an early move for Pogba as well. Patricio will start in goal for his home game against Leicester, while Fabianski drops to the bench for West Ham's trip to Bournemouth. In defence, we'll line up with 3 at the back, as Dean, Doherty and Robertson will all have decent fixtures in Gameweek 23. Robertson is the new face to the side as my Trent Alexander-Arnold replacement, and Kolasinac and Aaron Wan-Bissaka both drop to the bench as they face tough games against Chelsea and Liverpool respectively. The midfield will consist of 4 players this week, Salah, Hazard, Pogba and Felipe Anderson all starting. Pogba was an early transfer made to replace the out-of-form Sigurdsson earlier in the week, and I really like the way my midfield looks now with strong informed players across the board. And up front, Roberto Firmino comes in to replace the injured Harry Kane after posting some impressive stats in recent weeks. He joins Danny Ings and Marcus Rashford in the front 3. The captaincy is currently on Salah, as I've accepted that the best captaincy strategy for the rest of the season is probably to stick with Salah and only change it up a few times for very favourable fixtures for other players. Make sure you do follow me on Twitter at FPL Centre though, if you want to keep up with any changes I make to the team before the deadline. So there we go guys, if you liked the video give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to keep up with what I'm doing here at the FPL Centre. Make sure to hit that notification bell as well when you do subscribe so you know when the latest video drops. Let me know in the comments if you've made any big changes to your team heading into the weekend. Obviously, we've had the injuries to Harry Kane and Trent Alexander-Arnold already announced, so who are you looking to replace those guys? Good luck in Game Week 23, but that's all from me today. Thanks for watching.